Did you know that car insurance for nurses is less expensive than your standard insurance policy? There's a pretty major difference between different occupations and the fit for insurance companies. Now, we've talked in previous videos that when you're creating a policy, when an independent agent or a local agent is creating this profile, they're saying, okay, who are you? What's your age? What's your household look like? What's your credit? All of the things. We're building this package, the things, right? So we've got this package, and this package we're wanting to take to different companies. And adding the nurse degree, the RN, is one of the best discounts that you can get. It's very close to some of the top 10 to 15, even 20% off of your policy discounts that's possible. Thank you, nurses, by the way. You've really saved us a lot in general. But taking that to different companies and working with what I call multiple agents or multi-lined agents, they're independent, and they can work with different situations to find the companies that fit. Now, we're going to go over some of the companies and give you just a list of them in case you don't want to work with an independent agent. You can call them all yourself and work with them to find out if they do give you that best deal. If you are shopping and you're looking for an independent agent, I'll put a link in the description below. Just let them know that you are a nurse in the notes, and they'll make sure that they apply that discount for you. So why are nurses such a big deal? One, they're respected. The industry really, really likes to give back to people that have served, essentially, like the military discount that we're not discontinued. There are other ones, right? It's not just that. But the second reason is because there's groups. And when nursing associations come to companies and they'll say, well, we've got 10,000 nurses in our association, we want a discount. And they said, yeah, we'll give you a discount. If you advertise us to 10,000 people directly, absolutely, we're gonna give you that deal and try to give you that best price. The same thing goes with Harley Davidson Club. They have different discounts that they come with 50,000 people, say we want that discount. Now, I'll be honest with you, the nursing degree discount is one of the better ones of all of them. So if you are a nurse, let the agent know that you're working with, that you're going to get that discount. There are a few others that I'll sub-mention in case those people that are watching this are like, this is ridiculous, I want something. If you're a credit union member, that helps. Still not as good as nurses, I love you guys, but that's still good. If you are an association of some sort of education, so educators get a pretty big discount, that's pretty close to nurses there, if not the same. Engineers get really big discounts, CPAs get really big discounts, and then one of the more common ones is an alumni. If you're an alumni of a school, then you'll get a discount as well. There are more, and I've got a video I'll link at the end that goes over those, but in general, these are the main discounts that you're gonna see go across the board. So which companies give you the discount? Geico is one of the top ones that gives a big discount. We recently started working with them, and it's been nice to see. They do a lot of the women's nursing associations. You've got the RN, LPN, all of those things. Really just RN is all you have to have, but having those additionals are really good to know. I don't think they necessarily give you a bigger discount, but just knowing that in general. Farmers does a discount, it's called their affinity discount, and that's where we were talking about that club or that group. The affinity is where they're affiliated with Farmers at some level. The nursing degree or association or whatever they call it has directly connected with Farmers to give you guys a discount on your policy. The ANA group has partnered with Liberty Mutual, so they also give a very large discount, and I think Liberty Mutual on average saves close to anywhere from $500 to $800, sometimes even more, on the average policy. Now that is something you've got to be a little bit careful with, because although we love using Liberty and we love Safeco and all those companies, their numbers aren't exactly real. No one's going to save $1,000 just because they're a nurse. No, don't get me wrong, you could. I guess there is somebody out there, a few people that do get that deal. But what they're talking about is comparing a policy to a policy. When you switch from one company to another, they may have already been $500 less expensive just moving that. The fact that you're a nurse did give a discount and helped, but they're going to use all of those numbers to say you can save an average of $700. Actually, if you go to my website, I'll put it in the link description below where you can work with an independent agent, but that one says 700 and something because I think that is the average, is you're going to save that on in general by being able to shop that profile with the right company. Being that nurse added on is going to help as well. AAA is also a company that gives a discount for nurses. So if you want to work with an independent agent, they will work with Nationwide, AAA, Safeco, Liberty Mutual, all a handful of those companies, right? Progressive, Geico. There's a ton of those independent agents, and AAA is one that gives a pretty good discount for nurses. I did start my career as a farmer's agent, so I can understand that there is that discount that applies, and I've worked into more of that independent agent. As my career progressed, I realized that most of these companies give discounts. Now, that doesn't mean all of them do. There are a lot of large companies that don't necessarily give the affinity discount in general. They usually try to just give you the best rate, so it doesn't mean that they're not necessarily against nurses or against the occupation. It just means that they just want everybody to have the lowest rate possible. Again, working with the independent agent or working with yourself, and just make really good notes, call all the companies. If you want to do the work, then great, you can probably find a good deal. Just make sure you understand the coverage that you have before you dive into that. There's a lot of sales agents out there that are just trying to get your sale, and they're going to necessarily give you the right coverage. I've got a coverage video here that will go more in depth that can help you with that if you are interested. If you want to know more of those discounts we just talked about, I've got a discount 101 here that will go over the next 10 plus discounts that you could get off your policy. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.